Nigeria's Jigawa state, located in north-central Nigeria, is home to more than 4 million people. Over the past 5 years, the state has seen big improvements in education, the result of huge investments made in the sector. Jigawa state also recently hosted its first economic and investment summit held in Dutse, the state capital. The event was attended by many dignitaries, including members of the diplomatic corps, former governors of the state, and prominent religious leaders. The driving force and vision behind both of these achievements is the governor of Jigawa State, Sule Lamido. And we are pleased to have him in the studio today. And we want to welcome Governor Lamido to Africa 54. Welcome, sir.
Thank you, Vincent. Thank you very much.
Now, the state Jigawa, we don't talk about it a lot, but it's a fairly new state among Nigerian states, about, 22 years old. Tell me, how has this been a challenge in the development of that state?
Well, first, for correction, Jigawa is located in the northwest, not in the north central.
Yeah.
Northwest.
Yeah.
Okay. There are so many challenges. It's a new state, carved from old Kano state. And therefore, since our independence, development has been focused mainly in the area of Kano as a one-state state. Mm-hmm. And so obviously, when the state was carved out in 1992, there are so many challenges, infrastructure, health, and what have you. And there have been huge difficulty trying to overcome them. But thank God, in the last 6 years, since I came in, like I've been saying, there is this collective resolve by the Jigai people to take their future into their own hands.
Exactly.
And therefore work for the state.
And we're talking about up to 80% of the population is actually engaged or survives by subsistence farming.
Absolutely.
What have you done specifically to make sure that then you can grow the economy of this state based on the activities of 80% of the population engaged in small-scale farming?
We have a very, very vast area, both for rainfed agriculture and also for irrigation. And we've been able to get some few investors into the state. And then as a government, we've been able to look at, their local condition and how do we help them. Therefore, rather than using human force or human labor, we're now using, bulls and oxen plows. They've been giving, improved, hybrid, seeds. They're also giving insecticide. And another thing which normally has been able to impact and raise their farming capacity to some level now.
Yes. And the population of the youth is unbelievably huge in Jigawa, perhaps up to over 60% young people. What are the programs that you put in place to tap into the energy and the talents of the youth of Jigawa State?
We have what we call, for economic empowerment. In the last 6 years, we've been able to set up, small-scale training skills facilities, where they do a number of things, in basic services, artisan, iron benders, brickmakers, bricklayers, and a number of things whereby they be able to be taught some kind of trade, paint making, chalk manufacturing, and what have you. And we'll be able to, at least in the last 6 years, to take off at least 40,000 people students from this street. Because they know they function and work, and they're now making a good living. Even ordinary photography is something we do.
Yes. Now, we know that you cannot talk about Nigeria without talking about corruption. It's a big problem. Yourself, last year, somewhere, you quoted saying that corruption is, in fact, a national crisis. What are you doing to fight this? Is it a war that is lost, or there are strategies to end it?
No, we'll gain it. You see, in the last 30 years, since the coup d'etat of 1983, there's been total system collapse. There's not been anything called, rule of law, transparency, and constitutionality. And so, this have taken away, what you would call, the capacity of the system to be able to render service. Yeah. So what we're doing is to restore first, government is owned by the people, and therefore they begin by their own government. And therefore, through transparency, accountability, due process. So, you restore confidence and restore these institutions. And when they are restored, they should be able to, confront corruption. It's all institutional.
Well, very briefly, give me your thoughts on the President Obama's trip to Africa, which is upcoming.
You want me to be very, very honest? It has no meaning to me. It has no meaning.
You don't think it has any meaning?
No, I don't, because, you see, it's being seen as a kind of, patronizing and condescending visits.
Yes.
And in Nigeria, we've got a lot of, pride and huge history behind us that, we don't want to be seen as somebody coming to simply give a pat on the back. We know what we need in our own country. We know what should be done in our own country. And therefore,
you don't think a U.S. president's visit means
there
much?
Is simply for purpose of stamping his authority.
Yeah.
That, we're doing something right now, I don't like it. I think that, we should be able to think what are our problems and how do we solve them by ourselves, not necessarily being, applauded by somebody from outside. If you come in there to see how we can be engaged in mutual discussions to be able to look at what Nigeria is and how can we play a role between Nigeria and the U.S. I have no problem. But then,
right now, are you seeing the U.S. playing any critical role in Nigeria, especially knowing that in the north, the U.S. has been talking a lot about fighting the extremists there?
You see, again, extremism is caused by poverty. Simple. Anybody, any youth who has a space in one country, who has something to engage in, and who sees that, yes, is a future, will not be an extremist. So these are manifestations of system collapse and system failure, whereby these on their own have taken their own kind of way of doing things, and therefore they're becoming difficult. Otherwise, we want to show their confidence, give them hope, and that we are there for them.
Yeah. Well, we will check with you because, you have a presidential ambition. You have been mentioned along with Chibuike Amaichi. We will hope to talk to you as president of Nigeria, but this is all the time we have for now. Thanks a lot for joining us today.
Thank you very much. Thanks.
Yes, and that was Governor Alhaji Sule Lamido of Jigawa State in Nigeria joining us today on Africa 54. Once again, thank you very much. Now, I want to know what you think about Africa 54 and the stories we cover during the conversation on Facebook. The address is Africa 54. And check out our headlines 24/7 on voaafrica.com.